Hello folks, Bloodbraid here. Here's something for a difference here. German Highlander match between four-color Bloodbraids, aggro midrange and blue at Merfolks. So Merfolks started with the port town Ruin Island and then playing this 1/1 creature for 1 blue. I think it's a cephalid, I don't think it's a Merfolk, but what it does is tap and then make a land of choice into something until end of turn. Probably island because of all the island walk synergies and stuff. A bit of a hit for the Highlander deck, so -4 life because of Godless ran into Thoughtseize. He's thinking what actually matters here. I think it's okay opener. If you take out a Merfolk Lord out of this hand now, that's gonna be potentially a lifesaver here. Basically, yeah, in German Highlander you have only 20. Oh, he took the Ridgery, I believe, or no, I think some Lord or something, so he's, Merfolks is left off with couple islands, Mana Lake, and something Sovereign, so it's a Merfolk Lord that also makes your guy's island walk until end of turn or something like that. I'm not super familiar with all the tribal synergies. Yeah, I think he attacked for a turn, so for color went down to just 15. So no reason to play something weird into Mana Lake. I'm not sure why he didn't waste here. Maybe he just wanted to go up to 3 or 4 lands to cast something decent. But yeah, Wasteland's probably not optimal here because maybe he had something like in the prop deck and couldn't play it because of this Wasteland. Okay, yeah, oh wow, okay. So Merfolks actually went for this turn 3 Lord just to, you know, try to get on board quicker, try to present the clock. So because of that, the 4-color player went for Tainted Pact. I think he saw something like a Source of Closures and some Dual Land or just a basic here, I'm not sure. Considering its alone name is, I think it's a Dual. So that he can actually cast stuff now. We didn't get to see the hand of Fark. Okay, so this is why he didn't attack with this guy last turn, so that he can upkeep, make this Godless Shrine an island. This is a pretty sweet play, especially considering that this 4-color Bloodbraid deck actually is no blue. So it's 4-color no blue. So this means that a 4-color unlikely to be able to cast anything now. It's a 4-color deck, chances are there are many multicolors and so on there. Is that Verdant Catacombs? Might be. No, okay. So he has for Foothills. I think he has another fetch in hand. But now he is down to 14 at least with this fetch. Maybe even lower. Unlikely lower because this is Highlander, this is not like modern, let's say. So Wasteland gives you a hint, of course. So you can fetch an old oil to not take too much damage from your lands. Especially relevant because unlike Commander, you have only 20 life to start with, not 30. From what I've heard, they now changed from 30 to 20 in French, a dual commander as well. So there is that. Okay, so he fetched for Taiga into Tarmogoyf, which is, I believe, a 3/4 at the moment. Oh no, actually, because there was Thoughtseize for a creature, I believe, early on. This Goyf is now a 4/5, I think. but being at 14 is kind of sketchy. So if Merfolk player can draw into this mana, like, is just it is in hand, is just one of the revealed cards from the Footsies. So if he draws into like Lord, he could actually push for some pretty sweet damage raise here, but if there are just some clunky spells, then this Goif might be pretty sick at stabilizing. So now he actually went like after draw step, I guess, for Wasteland into the dual land, just to you know, slow down Merfolks a little bit and cut off the white mana, which is a big deal because of things like source closures and stuff like that. Well, those would be cast probably in response, but it cuts off like Oblivion Rings and things like that. All the detention cards. And also it cuts off a potential turn for Master of Waves and things like that. Though I'm not sure if that deck actually has Master of Waves. If it didn't, it should have it. Because it's such a strong card. And I think it's much stronger in Highlander variants, all those single tones formats, than in usual constructed formats. I haven't actually seen Merfolks for years, I think, now in Legacy. Oh no, actually no, I did. But it's obviously way less common in Legacy than in Modern. So, Jurus Meta Mana Lake, cause I guess why not? If there was actually anything to protect there in the hand, just of 2 cards. Okay, now we see Catacombs here. Goif is smashing. Okay, it's 5/6 somehow. Because land creature, instant sorcery. Okay, okay. Land creature, instant sorcery. Is that 5? Yeah, that is 5. And that attack probably is a very bad sign for Merfolks. That means that he feels like he can actually raise here because of, I guess, some removal in hand. I mean, he can't. Oh yeah, plus that's 1/1 guy in play is. I don't think it's a Merfolk, though I wouldn't be surprised if it is. It's not like I built the deck or advised on it, but even if it's not a Merfolk, it's very useful. I'd say Merfolks really needed to draw some creatures just to have a board presence, just to try to maybe race in 2-3 turns, because this Tarmogoyf is gonna be like basically a 4-turn clock here. I believe that's the first time it attacked. Augur of Bolas is nice. In the very worst case, it draws into some trick, some removal, some counter, plus a you know, champ blocker. In response to the Augur of Bolas trigger, 4-color deck actually went with Eladamri's Call, which is an instant that says basically search for a guy and put it on top of your deck for 2 mana, green and white. Okay, so I think I was actually catching up on this match and you know, trying to pay more attention, and yeah, we looked at the options, and I think Flametongue Kavu FTK is just insane here. Augur Bolas meanwhile netted a Treasure Cruise, which is pretty sick card here, I think. But to cast it because there was no fetches this game pretty much from Blue Eye, so he would need to basically tap out still, which is not that insane of a cruise. And now there is this something catcher. It's a 1-drop Merfolk that basically pros when opponents, I think, draw a card or something like that. Or when they search. Yeah, I think when they search, it grows. So it's a bit late to the party. Like 2 fetches were used already and Eladam Recall as well, so it's gonna be pretty miserable. But if it would have been like, you know, turn 1 play, then for color deck would be very sad. Flame Tongue killed the Merfolk Lord, the Sovereign. Tarmogoyf Smash for 5 again. But Treasure Cruise is actually pretty interesting here, also because it may make Tarmo a bit smaller just by removing the creatures, I think. So now it becomes 4/5. Get more gas, but there's Flame Tongue, which is also pretty annoying, I think, because he'd have to pretty much double block it to get rid of it. And then there's still Tarmogoyf. I think this Merfolk deck probably wants to play something like Threats of Disloyalty or cards like that, or Vidalcan Shackles. Here's Marsh Flats, which is also a bit too late to the party. Cruise already cast, so I guess he drew it from the cruise. Making Taiga Islands on the upkeep. But yeah, the draws are really not lining up in the correct order for the Merfolks. Okay, 4/5 Tarmo and 4/2 Flame Tongue crushing in. Merfolks players like, yeah, bring him on, bring him on. I think he's already down to 4 or something here. Or, no, that can't be right. I think that's... Oh, okay. So Tarmo is actually free for right now, somehow. So I guess it's just instant sorcery land? Really? Okay. Okay, so now they corrected the life totals, and I can see now that Merfolks is down to 5. That means that if he doesn't fetch, none of the creatures are actually lethal next turn. Well, 2 of them getting through is actually lethal. This front last row is super annoying here. So, let's say, like, Blue-White had some 2-mana counterspell here, and he cannot use it now, and then next turn the front's just gonna, you know, start smashing in, and you can just regenerate it for 2 mana, and Blue-White will just have to start gem blocking like crazy, and the fact that it's hexproof is also really annoying. I'm not sure if Tron is actually Shroud or hexproof. I don't remember exactly, but I don't think it's gonna matter a lot here anyway. So you have access to white mana if you need to, if Merfolks drew anything significant. But that puts you at 4, that means Tron and Flame Tongue are lethal. So he just like played a land and passed the turn. I wonder what he drew here. I really, Stevie, wonder what he drew here. Probably nothing good. Maybe some trick. Maybe some counterspell. But yeah. Ooh, snap. That's a blowout. That's a total blowout. Zealous Persecution just -1 your guys, +1 my guys until end of turn. Yeah, that's pretty much a game here. That's pretty much a game here. So, with really insane draws and perfect lineup, 4 colors probably taking this game here over blue-white Merfolks. Against a deck that pretty much drew everything at the wrong time and just couldn't draw removal, of which there are quite a few in blue-white, I believe, because after that match I went through that deck and looked through it quite carefully, and I think like that build is actually quite alright. It certainly can be improved, but I actually like that build. And this matchup could maybe not be that horrific for blue-white. I just think that 4 color just drew so crazy here. Okay, the Kithkin Lord basically saving the team, but still at just 5 life he would have to really jump block and then lose the initiative basically, and I don't know how he can catch him. So basically it's a 4-mana flash blue-white Kithkin that basically pumps up your blue and white creatures. I suppose this is a fine card for this deck, considering how many low drops it has, and because this is Highlander, you're probably fine playing all the possible lords that are remotely playable. So some jump blocks, basically. Nothing on the left side will die, that's for sure, because Persecution pumped his guys, so that's 1-1 pumped from the Lord is actually 1-1 right now, and the Flame Tongue is a 5-3. So yeah, taking 3 from the Goy, falling down to 2 I believe, or 3. Ah no, the timer is actually 4, so he's falling down to 1, so that means that he can't even sacrifice the special and drawing the land doesn't exactly help. Okay, somehow some other games of these matchups were lost, but I think you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time with more videos. Goodbye until the next sale. Cheers.